baby daddy. Oh, we finna do a love crime. A love crime. We finna do a love crime. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Murder, 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 she wrote. Love crimes. Love crimes. Oh, yeah. In a getaway car. You know I love it when the ride is smooth. Yeah, yeah. If we ever get far. That's also, oh, you start down. It be a long vacation for two. Murder, 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 she wrote. A love crime. All right, sweetheart. Before I drift off too much into, let's go ahead and start the show. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Tuesday and Thursday, 8 a.m.-ish. Spark you a blunt, let's get high in this bitch. Smake, oh, smake and bake. Wake and bake with BeMo, yeah. Welcome back to another episode of Wake and Bake with BeMo. I'm your host, BeMo. This is your chance to get updated on all things black, the new blueprints of black as we build culture step by step, blunt by blunt, idea by idea. Before we take another step, I want to make sure we're saying good morning to the cheese plate of my dinner party, okay? I want to make sure we're saying good morning to the cheese toast of my breakfast this morning, okay? Good morning to the lady of the house.
Good morning, sweetheart.
How you feeling?
You know. Moderate.
Moderate.
How do you feel?
Not great, Bob. You know what I mean? Not great. But we have an interesting show for you this morning. We want to get a huge shout out to our people at the Washington Informer Bridge, WI Bridge DC, or at WIBridgeDC.com or at WI Bridge DC on all social media websites. Make sure you go check them out to get your journalistic approach and get these verified sources from a 70-year-old newspaper out of Southeast for us and by us. So definitely go check that out. We want to give a huge shout out to the new Blueprint newsletter. Make sure you go subscribe, bmobrown.substack.com. It is $5 a month. We do have a new issue of the newsletter coming out today, some exclusive drops from the show, and then starting next week, actually, we'll be getting back into our writing bag. Maybe even Sunday I'll drop something exciting for the people on the newsletter, so definitely go check that out. If you're on the Instagram, which I see Ramona Jones is here. What's up, Ramona Jones? Make sure you come on over to the YouTube channel, like, comment, subscribe there. We're on 313 subscribers, okay? So shout out to the 313 as we're on our road to 1,000 to be monetized in that particular space. If you're on the YouTube or even on the Instagram sites right now, go ahead and like the video at the moment. As I said on Tuesday, you know what I'm saying, our views are going up. We've gone from like 12 viewers per show to about 24 viewers per show in this season, but the number of likes have stayed the same, okay? We keep it like 1 or 2 likes per situation, so definitely go check that out. And then couple more shout outs. We want to give a shout out to our people at Stash Logics. Definitely go check them out. They have some wonderful products to help you keep your stash safe. Okay, we'll talk more about them after the ad break. And then lastly, we want to give a huge shout out to my man, Trevor. Please tell us what the niggas in nature in number 2, if you will.
Okay.
Yeah, there's straight up national parks that would not exist without black folks, my nigga.
Like where though?
Like, there's a national park out in Cali called Sequoia, right? Forest was straight up cleared by Army niggas, full-on black company, so the park could be made. Straight up would not exist without us, right? And there were even some of the first national park rangers out there, man.
And see, that's crazy though. We built them joints and they kept us out of them at the same time. But it also sounds like it's way out the way though.
See, that's facts, but we're low-key far away from these joints by design as well.
What you talking about?
Appreciate that, Trevor. Make sure you go check out my man, Trevor. I call him Bishop, over on T Went on all social media sites. I love the Nigga in Nature series. It does remind me where I need to be, when I need to be. So we appreciate that. Trevor, we're going to keep playing these ad spots at the beginning of the show because we just need a reminder, okay? Niggas get lost from time to time, like your boy, okay? It is Thursday. Those are all our shout-outs, right? Mm-hmm. It is Thursday, so we have some interesting things we want to talk about this morning. Of course, we're going to have our Paul Robeson to Negro of the Week Award. We got a couple of nominees that we want you to check out in the second half of our conversations. Of course, we'll have our burning question for the Roach. And to be honest with you, sweetheart, we have our Black in the Day news segment that we're going to do here in a second. But other than that, we don't have a first topic, but I do have a first topic. I want to talk about, I don't even know how to categorize it, but we'll talk about that after we do our Black in the Day news. We got some folks in the house, sweetheart. Who in the house?
We got Shamiko.
Coco Chanel.
Good morning. We got Kendall.
Kendall, good morning.
Hey, good morning. And Micah.
Micah.
Good morning.
Hey, man.
You say good morning. Love y'all.
We love you
Love
back.
you too.
Okay.
And Kendall said good morning, beautiful people.
That's right. Make sure we're saying good morning to the lady of the house, to my good folks who are joining us for our first times. All right, sweetheart, let's do this. Let's get into it. On Thursdays, we like to do our Black in the Days news segment where we take some ephemera that you see around here in the house, as you can't see, but there are literally hundreds of magazines in here that we're going to read from, and we try to see what's going on in the past and see if it connects with the present. We like to call it the Black in the Day news. What you got for us today, sweetheart?
So this is coming from The Crisis. Do you want to...
The Crisis? Let me see. I noticed that the Met, is it the Met? Yeah, the Met is currently doing a gallery in connection to the Met Gallery, which I think will be themed around the Harlem Renaissance. So there's a lot of Black nostalgic ephemera currently in the Met, and they have collections of The Crisis. The Crisis is the NAACP's periodical. This is the thing that they send out to give updates on what was going on in the meetings and just to going on with Black culture. I have this Crisis from February 1964. I bought this from the good folks over at Black Vintage Market. That's not an ad, but I definitely encourage you, if you aren't collecting Black ephemera, words, publications, print from the Black past, I definitely encourage you to do so. The lady of the house is going to read us a segment from The Crisis. What you reading this morning, lady of the house?
So this today comes from an article titled More on Desegregating Advertising.
Huh. Interesting timing as we talk about this DEI disintegration.
Okay, let's go. Once again, time brings brotherhood to us, but does it bring us to brotherhood? Will the issue be influenced by morality or the market? The account that follows indicates the direction of the evidence. A brief interview of the situation when the first article on desegregating advertising appeared in The Crisis of June-July 1962 provides a point of measurement. Before publication of that article, we had written to 10 corporations. 7 of them were department stores: Macy's, A&S, Altman, Best & Co., Gimbel's, Lord & Taylor, and Saks Fifth Avenue. There were American Telephone and Telegraph, Magnavox, and the American Tobacco Company. Damn Magnavox.
Damn.
Macy's was the only department store that answered, and the only one, since the article, that has used Negro models, each time including them with whites in their merchandise advertising. Specifically on September 5th, 1963, the New York Times carried a large Macy's coat ads showing 5 schoolgirls in front of a school bus. One of the 5 was a Negro girl. On October 3rd, 1963, the New York World Telegram carried a large Macy's coat ad showing 3 schoolboys. One was a Negro in a prominent position. We sent Macy's a letter of appreciation on October 8th.
A letter of appreciation?
Yeah.
Huh.
Right? These two ads mark significant progress over a Macy's coat ad in the New York Times on November 16, 1961, when there was a picture of 14 men, including a hardly identifiable Negro at the extreme right. The other 6 department stores listed above did not reply to our letter and have never included Negroes in their merchandise advertisements. In reference to the other 3 corporations to whom we sent letters, only one responded. We can quickly dispose of the 2 that did not deign to reply. Magnavox, advertiser of TV sets, is a lily white advertiser.
Oh, wow. Damn, Lily White.
Since 90% of Negro families are said to have TV sets, they should pay particular attention to this company. In reference to the tobacco company, except for its lack of common courtesy, we do not lament the absence of Negroes in ads picturing people inhaling cancer-linked cigarettes. Should I stop there?
You know, as you were reading, yeah, I think maybe that's well, read one more paragraph because I feel like they're going to get into the point that I'm thinking about right now.
American Telephone and Telegraph answered and granted us a conference in their office in September 1962. The meeting was attended by 3 representatives of AT&T and 3 from... Side note, I didn't know that's what AT&T stood for.
What?
American Telephone and Telegraph.
Yeah, oh, there we go.
Okay. The meeting was attended by 3 representatives of AT&T and 3 from the NAACP. The gist of this cordial meeting was that AT&T referred to their record to show that they had the idea prior to our correspondence and prior to this meeting. We expressed the view that the record showed an inadequate representation of the Negro. They answered by asserting the necessity of a correlation between advertising and a profit return. We couldn't see the validity of their claim since AT&T enjoys a telephone monopoly and their business is in the domain of a public service. We expressed the hope of seeing more Negroes in their future ads. Look magazine of September 25th, 1962 carried an ad showing a row of 9 telephone booths. 8 of the 9 booths were occupied by persons using the phones, and 1 of the 8 was Negro. In our conference, AT&T had told us this ad would appear.
Interesting. Okay, this is the first time. We're usually reading from Ebony's Essence, Jet, Vibe, more editorial magazines.
Yeah.
Okay, I had to, as you were reading, I had to remember, oh, this is the report from the NAACP.
Right.
This is not like a glowing or even a well-written op-ed. This is, or an article. This is like a direct report from what the NAACP is doing. So as you were reading, it sounds like even in 1963, there was a question of kind of like, what now?
Yeah.
Right. So now that there are little black girls in the Macy's ad and in the umbrella ad and the AT&T ad and in the cigarette ad, there's a small segment that you read that was like something to the effect of, what's the use of being represented smoking cancer sticks?
Right.
So it sounds like even in 1963, which is the first year we start to see black folks in ads outside of Hennessy, which started, I think, in the late 50s. The question is already beginning. What does this free us? Mm-hmm. What is the true purpose of having this representation in ads when AT&T can just turn around and say, oh, we're already making as much money as possible. Why integrate ads if we're already making as much money as possible?
Right.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. And this is right before the civil rights movement, I guess, came into full swing, I want to say. Because that was in the, I want to say it started around like 63, but it really reached the peak around like 67 or so.
Yeah, I would, it started coming in towards the 70s.
Yeah.
So this is an interesting time.
Right.
But it also, as you were reading that, it feels like we kind of lost the plot a little bit. So if on day one, the NAACP is saying, okay, we appreciate the representation, but like, what else is your company going to do to help liberate this situation? Mm-hmm. I feel like when we talk about the Walmart and the Amazon and the Target boycott, I feel like we've kind of lost the plot a little bit, because now we're just settling for, do you have black products as like the thing that's going to free us? when in actuality, these are still just like products. And it seems like the NAACP knew that at the desegregation of advertising. But here we are 60 years later, 62 years later, and we are kind of still stuck in that same argument. Interesting. Boy, I love reading from the past. They wrote that in 1963?
64.
Sheesh.
Well, maybe it wasn't 63 because this is February. So.
It's February, so maybe they had the meeting in late 1963. That's so interesting. Okay. Yeah. All right. We got any comments or who in the house?
We got Natalie.
Natalie! Good morning.
Natalie, good morning. And Valerie Preville.
Val, what's going on? Good morning. Welcome. Come on in. To my people on Instagram, I see y'all slowly trickling in. We are on YouTube in a full screen view. If you want to see all of my pretty face, definitely going over to YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe while you're over there. Go ahead and like this video while you're on here as well. Sweetheart, I want to I want to get to the next topic, but I don't really have a topic.
Okay.
And I don't know how much my business I want to put on the street.
That's fair.
So I want to ask this question. How do you think Kendrick Lamar feels today?
That's a good question.
Do you think Kendrick Lamar and his palatial estate with him and Whitney been engaged, or they've been together for 10 years? So many parallels. There has been rampant discussion and protection and critique of the show that you put on from a technical standpoint, in which I do have one correction I want to make from Tuesday. I did see that the production coordinator came out and said they had to cut all the pyro because of the president's attendance.
Oh.
So that is, his score went from 6 to 6.5 just now because of that inability to actually truly express his vision on that very macro sense. That was one of the critiques I had of the show. But in saying that, like, how do you think Kendrick Lamar feels this morning, knowing he was placed in an impossible position, tried to make the most coherent and artistic setup as much as possible, tell a story, and in response, you get basically 3 responses. You get, I'm not trying to hear none of this black shit, it was too smart, or it was too stupid.
Yeah.
So, in even trying to present himself dumbed down, simpled down, as comprehensible as possible, he still gets the same critiques of maybe it was too smart, maybe it went over our head, maybe messaging is not appropriate for the Super Bowl. So in saying that, I'm wondering, how do you think Kendrick Lamar feels this morning? You think he feels like a success?
I would say so.
You think so?
Yeah.
Good morning, Honorable Damo Sam.
We also got Jada in there.
Jada!
Oh. Good morning.
Good morning.
Shamiko says, I think he's probably chilling or preparing for tour.
You know, I hope so.
Yeah, I feel like, I was going to say knowing Kendrick, but I don't know Kendrick. But I feel like he's probably not bothered by the critiques. Because I feel like he probably expected them or knew they were going to come regardless. Because of who he is.
I hope that's how I feel. That's very mature.
Yeah.
But if I'm acting as a placeholder for Kendrick Lamar, because again on Tuesday I said that the same critiques that I have of Kendrick Lamar are the same critiques I have of my own show, of me. Same critiques. He's even a Gemini. Those are the same critiques that I have, and what you just expressed, what Shamiko just said, I feel like is a very mature way of probably handling it. He's probably handling it in that case. I hope so. Yeah. I'm not. I'm not doing well. I had my Super Bowl performance last night.
Okay. And
it didn't go well. Not to say that I fucked up. Not to say that I didn't know the lyrics to my song per se. But I presented a message that I thought was simplified. to people who should be interested in investing or supporting what we're doing here. And as I was talking, I could hear their eyes glazing over. I could hear it, not even see it. I could hear them lose interest in their blinks. And my man's at the time, my production coordinator, if you will, was trying to coax me through the situation and translate it to the people who would be interesting, but it just kind of like fell flat.
Interesting.
Something I've been working on for the last month. How do we present ourselves? How do we present the work that we do through all the verticals that we have and all the investments and the success and the community development strategies and the marketing and all the things that we've been able to do for the last going on 8 years. And when I presented that message, no matter how simple I tried to be, no matter how much symbology I tried to throw in there, no how much of a alluring story I was trying to tell, I just wasn't entertaining. It just wasn't capturing. And I asked the people this morning, I wonder how Kendrick feels, because this morning I feel like a failure. Not because I'm not smart enough, merit excellence and intelligence, not because I don't have the wherewithal to simplify a story, but it's just not working. It's just no matter what I try to do, I still can't pull off Beyonce or Rihanna or Usher. I just keep getting Kendrick Lamar, no matter how many times I refresh the page. Yeah. So I'm wondering how Kendrick feels this morning, because I would guess, and maybe I'm projecting my feelings on him. I would, if I was Kendrick Lamar, I'd be confused. Damn, nigga, I killed your favorite rapper that nobody liked. I performed my top hits, and yet there's still a confusion about what I was talking about on both sides.
Yeah. Interesting.
And as I'm also talking about this, I'm I'm thinking about Mississippi Valley State University. Mississippi Valley State University is the school that I did my. Actually, I found it. It's around here somewhere. Mississippi Valley State is the HBCU I did my science fair project at when I was in Mississippi. That got me to the National Science Fair. It was an investigation on why black boys aren't successful in traditional education. I did that when I was 14, 15, and 16, all on the campus of Mississippi Valley State with the help of the Dean of African American Studies at the time, Dr. Ricky, who was also dating my mother. Sorry, I didn't mean to put your business out there, but it's just true. So we definitely had to hook up there. But Mississippi Valley State decided they wanted to march in the inaugural parade for Trump. They had to raise their own $300,000 to get here. And then it ended up that they didn't even get to perform in the parade. They had to perform in the gym in a very cramped space where they sounded the fuck terrible. Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering, the band director who was also at Tougaloo, who also brought the Tougaloo band up from Mississippi to march at the first Trump inaugural parade. He's the same band director at Mississippi Valley State University. And I'm wondering how he feels this morning, or how he felt on the way back after knowing his band didn't do the best they could at an event that was already questionable to begin with. How does he feel right now?
Yeah. Does
he feel like a failure? Or it's a win, like we good? Talladega, excuse me, John Neal is on the line.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about right now. That is what's on BeMo's mind. That's my topic. What are your thoughts? Do I need to go into more specifics about what happened? Do I need to tell the people the stories? I need to give them the pitch that I gave to the people last night, or do they get it?
I think they get it.
You think they get it?
Yeah. Yeah, the parallels are interesting. Is it failure though? Do you feel like you failed, or is it that you just feel like maybe the message was for another audience.
Are those not synonymous?
Possibly.
Right. Okay. So there is a I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna call this out. Millennials have kind of a problem when it comes to accepting failure. We were the generation who was told we could be anything, do anything, and then we were all lifted up as overachievers. We were all winners of trophies. We were all recipients of participation awards. So we have I think we have a hard time coming to terms with what failure is. It's going to get worse now that they're not even giving kids F's no more. No. We talked about that at dinner last night too.
Damn.
But I consider a failure if you had a goal and you didn't accomplish the goal, then you failed. There's like language that you can put around it to make yourself feel better, but it's still language of failure. I have no problem. I think I've said it on the show before, me and failure are real tight. My relationship with failure is really good. I'm not scared of that nigga. That nigga definitely not scared of me. Definitely not scared of me. I have no problem admitting and accepting failure. I think the difference between failing and being a failure is where you stop.
Yeah.
Where you quit.
That's true.
But I ain't gonna hold you. When I walked out of that, it was 11 o'clock when I walked out of this conversation. And y'all know I go to bed at 7:30. So maybe I was sleeping. This is how I'm interpreting it. But like, when I walked out, Jamin had texted me.
Yeah.
Jamin from the Small Wooden Box, my creative savior to a certain degree. Mm-hmm. Text me and was like, "There's this Nike job that looks good for you."
Oh.
Senior director of cultural analysis or something like that. Mm-hmm. Trying to figure out the gaps between the culture of the product and the product itself. Something I've been doing for the last like 4 or 5 years. Yeah. He sends me this job and I'm like, damn, is it time?
True.
Is it time to shut the lights off in the factory?
Is it time to get on the midnight train?
Is it time? That's right, I'm leaving. On that midnight train to Georgia. Oh, I love that song. If you listen to Midnight Train to Georgia, it is about a man who gave his all in LA, failed, and said, "You know what, girl? I'm going back. I'm going the fuck back. I can't take it no more. I'm going the fuck back. And I'm going to call you when I get there and see if you'll come with me." And she did. And she did. Anyway, we got any comments, sweetheart? And I got John Neal on the line. What's up, John Neal? Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
He says that the dude from Talladega, he does not care about his students. For me personally, that's my favorite black intro. Mm-hmm. For me personally, I love that. I just choose to show up as me no matter where I am, maybe to my detriment. I accept the failure as an opportunity to renew me. Honorable Damo Sam says, can fail and still be doing great things for real. Yeah. This is true.
Right.
This is true. I didn't get to the part that's actually making me sad. I don't know if the people can tell. Can the people tell I'm a little low this morning? Can the people tell? Okay.
People tell.
The thing that actually made me sad. So we're having this conversation. I'm hearing the glaze over these people's eyes as I'm explaining to them some of the things that I do. Some of the things they're kind of interested in, but in the thing that I was trying to pitch, not really, didn't seem too interested. But what then kind of, I don't want to say, what then kind of made me shift, maybe even like have a small heartbreak. The rest of the conversation on this evening was It was a boys club. This is a very patriarchal boys club situation opportunity. Couldn't even bring the lady to the house. It would have been very inappropriate. These men then go on to have a good 2.5 hour conversation about how they've lived life.
Oh.
Trips to Ibiza, weekend rounds in Colombia for the prostitutes, of course. Villas in France, friends in Romania, visits to East and West Africa, museums in South America. And I know that like comparison is a thief of joy. And as they're talking about, these are the same people I'm, hoping would be interested in investing in us. As they're talking about that with so much passion, I had nothing to say.
Yeah.
I have not lived my life that way.
Mm-hmm. How does that make you feel?
Inept. Short. It's like going to the golf course to do a deal, but you can't play golf.
Okay, yeah.
That's what it felt like. Mm-hmm. And they kept looking at me like, oh, we love your opinions. Give us your opinion on Ibiza. And I'm like,
right.
What do you think about the difference between France's countryside villas and France's beachside villas? Tell me about your travel agent. They start talking about drugs. I know you ever heard of Tusi?
No, what's that?
Not the strain that we've been smoking from time to time.
Okay.
Tusi is like this manufactured pink cocaine drug that has the feelings of MDA, the effects of acid, and the energy of cocaine.
What the fuck?
They're talking about doing these drugs. Like they're talking about doing these drugs, and they come back to the villa with these girls, and there's just lines on the table, and they so fucked up they can't tell which line is which. They can't tell the K2, the ketamine from the cocaine from the Tusi.
Sheesh, man.
And I'm like, and they're talking about it so normal.
Yeah.
Again, I'm on the golf course.
Mm-hmm.
Stroke is terrible. We'll talk about strokes later too. Stroke is terrible.
Yo.
Strokes is terrible on the golf course. BeMo, what's your opinion of hallucinating? And I'm like, shit. I'm still scared to try the shrooms we got in this little, we got in our drawer over here. I'm afraid to meet me. It might be time though.
Damn. Ego death?
Yeah.
It's time.
It might be time though. Yeah, so this is happening as I'm explaining to them like, yo, I'm trying to build a new cross between now, maybe as the first two things I'm about to say in context to what I just told you might be the reason why I glazed over. But I'm telling them like, yo, I'm trying to create the next PBS and BET all in one to have liberated black voices and perspectives from, disenfranchised people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but tell us about the time you was in the Ukraine. It's like, I got nothing for you.
Yeah.
I felt inept. I felt short. I felt like I couldn't golf. I don't know what the purpose of the story is. I don't even know. I usually like to have a lesson, a good parable at the end of the situation. But
Yeah,
what? Go ahead.
I don't know. I just feel like maybe there are people out there who have the type of funding and maybe influence that you're seeking who are more aligned with your experiences.
Where they at though?
I don't know.
Is that true? Are there people who have funding? Here's what's so interesting. So I'm not gonna give no names out, but the new dude to the party last night was the guy who couldn't make it last time.
Okay.
Me and him have almost the exact same background. It blew my mind when he was talking about some of the things he's interested in and some of the things he does. I'm like, how did you even get enough? How'd you get enough money to do this?
Is he white?
No.
Oh.
How did this happen? Anyway, we got any comments, sweetheart?
Yeah, Kendall says PG Lang just announced this was the most watched Super Bowl ever.
Who said that?
Kendall.
He said Kendrick just announced that?
PG Lang.
Okay. So Kendrick's doing fine.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. Okay.
Jada.
So it's just me. All right.
And he
Nigga,
did
fuck
just
the
win.
big three, nigga. It's just me. Okay. Nigga, bomb.
He did just win 5 Grammys too. So
He did just win. This is true. This is
think
true.
he
And
did fine.
I've lost 3. This is very true.
Oh,
This is very
sweetheart.
true. This is very true.
Sweetheart.
What's up?
Jada said he probably chilling and enjoying the commentary. I feel like this response is what he expected. Yeah.
Okay.
Same.
Okay.
Jordan says, "Good morning, lady of the house in BeMo."
Morning,
Hey, good
Jordan.
morning.
What's up, man?
Kendall says, "I bet
We
B."
might have to play Blackboard Joy early today.
We need it.
We might
'cause
have
for
to
us.
play it. Right.
Kendall said, "I bet B wishes she could be more like Dot and vice versa. I don't know the specifics of your performance, but I know you're really hard on yourself, BeMo. This is also true."
This is true. I'm very hard on myself. This is true.
He also said,
It's also not fair.
dangerous/complex messages will always be for a limited audience. And as our resources continue to get pulled, we're going to need to learn how to do more with less, just like Dot. Yeah, that's facts.
Fine. Niggas always got points, man. Damn. What y'all got so many points for?
We're not going to let you wallow.
Damn.
Shamiko says, "This week marks 10 years since I started my blog. I've been struggling with whether or not to honor that since I haven't been consistent with it. That's felt like failure for me." Damn. Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
Natalie says, "France smells like slavery." Appropriate response.
Wow.
I heard that France stinks. I've heard that it smells pissy.
France smells like slavery.
Yeah.
So, okay, that'll be my response next time in the room, Natalie. That's what I say?
Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
And Shamiko says, "Doesn't sound like a life I'd want to live."
No, right?
Yeah.
No, right? Man, the numbers they were throwing around at this situation, I was like, every number they threw around, it's like, oh, this costs this much. I was like, bro, we could fund this, we could fund that. Okay, so we had I've asked you this several times. I don't know if I've asked it on the show, though. We had that situation with Google last year, right? Mm-hmm. Was I supposed to do that by myself?
No.
Hold on. Let me ask the question differently.
Okay.
You're answering the question as a sane lady of the house. I mean, in the terms of like business, in the terms of like in rugged individualism, pink cocaine in Romania. Was I supposed to do that by myself?
I still don't think so. Because even if you were of the pink cocaine in Romania variety, it still would have taken a team. They still wouldn't have done it on their own. They might have taken credit themselves, but they still would have had people in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. More comments, we are.
Yeah. Micah says, "Hey man, I get it. Just remember, nothing is as final as it seems, and failure only exists in finality." Yeah,
There you go.
that's
Very true. We got some folks over on Instagram. The big dog is in the house. What's up, big dog?
Hey, good morning.
Let's see here. Dr. Renewable says, "Viva Gola de America, BeMo." I don't even know what that means, but I appreciate you, brother. And he also said, "And the wine is pretty good there too." Okay, so I need both things. Okay, I need to be able to understand where I want to be in life, and at the same time, y'all niggas have been somewhere. Feed me the spark notes, okay? So I can lie in the room. Oh, Madrid is terrible, but I love me some Ibiza. Have you been to club, whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this, sweetheart. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Awake and Bake with BeMo. We got my man Joe Law. We got a new music video from Joe Law. What's the name of the music video? Goddamn
Won't
drugs.
change.
Huh?
Won't change.
Won't Change by my man Joe Law. We were playing HTF. We're now going to switch up the music videos. This is also directed by Wake and Bake with BeMo Night. Kendall, definitely stand up and take applause. We need some comments on the new video, all right? We need people to tell me what you like, what you don't like, some of the creative direction that you appreciate. I already have a note. Okay, not a bad note, a good note. I already have a note. I didn't write it down, but I will remember it. We're going to roll this blunt. We'll be right back with more Wake and Bake with BeMo. Stay tuned because we also have some giveaway news for our Stash Logic partners. We'll be right back, sweetheart.
Because I'm insecure. I'm afraid they won't like me if they know who I really am and the shit I really do and the shit I really like that make me weird to them. How would you like somebody to know who you really are? You want to tell them, you really want to tell people who you are, but something's holding you back. That's why you do it in such a crazy way. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's something you want people to know, but you don't like it about yourself. You hope they don't judge
Sadly, you won't change. If like the traffic jam, you roll. You'll be like this in your old age. You tell yourself you gon' stay. I know it's hard to let yourself. How could you trust others when you don't trust yourself? How could you feel me when you don't feel nothing? Spiritual healing is a real subject.
Welcome back to Wake and Bake with BeMo. Yeah. We have finished rolling the blunt. We want to appreciate my man Joe Law for the music video. Okay, definitely go check out my man Joe Law at Joe Law Music on all social media sites. Shout out to my man Kendall for directing that music video, The Lady of the House. If we have any comments on the video, I would love to hear them.
From me?
Yeah.
Okay.
From you or from the people.
I thought it was beautifully shot.
Uh-huh.
I love the color grading, the use of like the solid backgrounds, but like let's say it was blue, but he's shrouded in red, or like the shadows, he's in black or whatever. Yeah, I thought that was great.
Yeah, that was also my note as well.
Yeah.
I love me a good manipulated white wall. Okay. Yeah. And Kendall was really good at lighting. Right. My goodness. Ever since Technicolor, remember that one shot with on the couch with the notes coming oh my God, man. Oh man. That also makes you feel good when you think about past success. That also makes you feel good too. Yeah. Micah said we won't be a failure forever. What you say?
Yeah. Kendall said I'll take the bad notes too.
I ain't got no bad notes, man.
Yeah, I have no bad notes.
What the fuck?
It was a great song
it's trash. Song is good. Joe Law seems cool, man. Can't wait to meet him when we come out.
Yeah. Incredible Banner says, think bigger.
I think that's my line brother Joe.
Oh, nice.
I think. Joe, that's you?
Natalie says, smooth video. It is.
Yeah, real smooth. smooth.
Yeah.
All right, before we keep going, we want to give a special shout out to our people over at Stash Logics. Basically, go check them out on all social media websites. That's Stash Logics, Logics with an X. They sell wonderful products to keep your secret stash secret. Okay, Wake and Bake with BeMo. We are in partnership with them because I think they just have like really good ideals. They seem to be progressive, from Colorado. They have these wonderful papers that we've been smoking on. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
They are the short papers, but they burn slow. So we're going to be giving out a couple of products from Stash Logics. Definitely stay tuned to figure out how you can participate in that at the end of the show. From Stash Logics, we're going to be giving away some of their incense matches, the things that we actually use to light the blunt here on the show. They smell beautiful. Smell beautiful, burn beautifully. We have some smart jars that keep your stash hydrated at a certain level. We have a couple of tubes. Success from last night. I had to roll a blunt to go to the party instead of just having it all loose in my pocket.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Having it tucked in your ear, trying to put it in your hair. Had me a nice little tube. You know what I'm saying? Had me a nice little aluminum tube. Opens up, keeps it fresh. Don't smell like nothing. You know what I'm saying? Wonderful situation. All from Stash Logics. So definitely check out Stash Logics. We're going to give out this wonderful carrying case, smell proof, made from all sustainable materials. Stay tuned until the end of the show. You can figure out how we're going to give that out. Although it feels like we kind of figured it out on Tuesday. It feels like we're going to have us a Wake and Bake with BeMo Night talent show. That's what it sounds like. We're going to have a talent show. And we have some very talented Wake and Bake with BeMo Night, so it should be a very interesting result. Shout out to our people at Stash Logics. Definitely go check them out. Tell them BeMo sent you if you're interested in any of the products, and they'll definitely hook you up with a little something. All right, let's get back to the show.
That's a good point.
What's up?
That we have talented Wake and Bake with BeMo Nights.
We're very talented.
Like, I feel
we
like
might
all of
have
y'all-
the most talented audience
Right.
ever,
All
to
of
be
y'all
honest with
have
you.
some type of talent.
What?
Like, this is crazy.
So then you can imagine. See, here's. Should I go there?
I don't know. What
No, I won't go there this morning. I won't go there. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go there. It's my show. I'm going to go there. No, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to get there. Have I teased it too much?
yeah.
Okay, we're not going to go there then. We're not going to go there then. Let's do this, sweetheart. It is Thursday, so you know what time it is. Mm-hmm. It's time for the Paul Robeson Negro of the Week Award. Okay, we have 2 nominees, and I need to Wake and Bake with BeMo Nights, of course, and the Lady of the House, of course, to help me decide on which nominees should be getting our award. We have 2 nominees. One of them, I think the Lady of the House is still laughing at, and the other one is pretty interesting. Let's start with Lincoln Heights.
Okay.
Okay. There is a town in Ohio outside of Cincinnati. It is the first all-black town. Matter of fact, what you can do, I think there's Origins?
Yeah.
You can put that up. It's a slideshow video.
Okay.
Right, okay. There is an all-black town outside of Cincinnati. It is called Lincoln Heights Village. Lincoln Heights was established in the 1930s. It was not able to be, I forget the word they used, but like, there's a particular word that makes you an official town.
Is it
Incorporated? Yeah. They weren't officially incorporated until the early 60s, I believe. You could definitely fact check me on that particular situation, but it is the first black governed town, black founded town above the Mason-Dixon line. Lincoln Heights, Ohio. Lincoln Heights, as you can see on the screen right now, is a very proud black tradition, which includes the Isley Brothers. I think the Isley Brothers, one of the Isley Brothers, either from there or they have had like heavy influence on the town of Lincoln Heights. Now, mind you, Cincinnati, my grandfather told me this. Cincinnati, back in the day, was a funk town. A lot of funk musicians used to play, live, reside, perform out of Cincinnati, between Cincinnati and Indiana. There'd be like a little circuit be going on between those two situations, those two cities, for black musicians. And so there is a proud all-black tradition coming from Lincoln Heights. At the moment, they have a black mayor, they have black leaderships, they have black city councils. And what we have found is that in Lincoln Heights, one of the first black created towns above the Mason-Dixon line, Lincoln Heights also has one of the highest gun ownership percentage per black capita. Meaning there's a lot of colored folks in Lincoln Heights, Ohio, who have guns.
Yeah.
So something interesting happened this past week. Go ahead and play that second video, Sam. I forgot to light the blunt.
Following is a heartwarming tale
Pass
on
me
how
the
one
lighter
city
and,
dealt with Nazis who came and started hanging swastikas over the freeway overpass. Enjoy.
Lincoln Heights residents took a stand against white supremacists. While the neo-Nazis were there to spread hate, Jamal Howard says he had his own message.
They jumped into a U-Haul, man. We pushed up on the bridge, grabbed the flag, and as the people here, we burnt the flag right over there.
Howard was coming home from school and says he couldn't believe what he was seeing. He's feeling intimidated.
And I'm like, wow, we still doing that in 2025? We just gotta have some meetings about it, because I'm fearing for my life. I walk outside all the time, and now I gotta be in fear just in case anything could happen now.
Other local leaders heard the same message.
This is a historic community as well, and these were people who had marched. Some of them had been with King and had been in that movement, and now they're seniors, and they're like, we can't believe that we're back at this point.
Lincoln Heights Village Council member Durance Daniels says this protest will be top of mind at the next council meeting.
Proud in our residents for, showing up, you saying that, hey, we're not going to allow anybody to come in and bully us in any type of way, especially in this moment.
He also wants to talk to the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office and Evendale Police for not breaking up the neo-Nazis protest sooner.
Actually, I could answer that one for you. It's for the same reason Peter Parker isn't there when Spider-Man shows up. Happy Black History Month, everyone.
It's funny. Yeah. I think I just saw Shamika say Chickland Circuit North, very much so.
Right.
So as you saw, for the people who were just joining in or didn't really catch it, as you saw, there were some neo-Nazis. The name of the group just popped up on the screen. I can't remember the name, but there's some neo-Nazis, not the Proud Boys, because the Proud Boys, their name is now owned by a black church. There is a group of neo-Nazis. They are new. They decided that they wanted to hang Nazi flags and throw salutes and say that America was for the white man in Lincoln Heights. This is how I know white folks didn't do no studying. Didn't do no understanding, because if you had looked it up, it'd have been very clear that you don't fuck around in Lincoln Heights. Or maybe they did and thought they would get away with it. As you can also see in the video, as soon as these black men showed up, these neo-Nazis got in the back of my U-Haul truck and drove away like bitches. I'm nominating them for the Paul Robeson Negro of the Week because that is some very bold shit to do.
Yeah.
To see what's happening in your town. One of the videos is like, you can see them from the highway. Do you know how many people probably drove past them and did nothing?
Right.
Drove past them, shook their head, drove past them, called their loved ones. It was like, can you believe this? But these group of black folks from Lincoln Heights decided, no. Shaking our head is not enough. We have to do in the tradition of what black folks have been doing to this country. We have to save America.
Right.
So funny that Anthony Mackie is getting all this smoke for being Black Captain America because he says that Captain America represents something more than America. It's so interesting that's happening when black folks have been saving America since America. Mm-hmm. The reason why they weren't able to succeed is because we didn't allow them to succeed. The reason why that you have birthright citizenship is because we have birthright citizenship. The reason why you have equitable education is because we have equitable education. The reason why you have affordable housing is because we have affordable housing. We are the saviors of this country. As we talked about, I think in season 3, the Supreme Court has done nothing but tried to take away the rights and liberties of people. And you can look through the Supreme Court and you can see the history of black folks constantly pushing back on that.
Right.
And then you'll see other colored folks come in and try to undo the work of black folks. Shout out to affirmative action. Now they're using affirmative action to take care of private DEI. See how that works? But guess what? There will be another lawsuit and there will be affirmative action again. Why? Because we said so, because we demand it to be, because that's what Lady America needs. And we will save America again. Fuck out of here. Nazis on the bridge. You think you could do that? You think I gotta go to work. I'm on the way to the other part of town and here you are. Beautiful situation. So that's my first nomination for the Robeson Negro of the Week Award. Do you accept my nomination?
I do.
Okay. The second nominee, I don't even want to introduce. Play the video so y'all.
Where we were in action and she said in my ear, go deeper. Stay with me now. And what hurt me is I was already all the way in. So I had ran out of PP.
You do understand the cameras are rolling? Who you are now,
yeah, completely different.
Is manufactured because it was surgically enhanced.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And and I'm comfortable saying that. And I can tell you that it's just something you would never be able to get on TV. That's why we on your show.
So I'm nominating Chad Ocho Cinco Johnson in his 3-inch Johnson that just transformed. His very shallow stroke. I am nominating him for the Paul Robeson Negro of the Week. Because as we think about new blueprints, the concept of new blueprints is to rewrite cultural narratives so that they better reflect our humanity. Yeah, we laughing at Chad right now. I don't even know if this is true. It could be a joke. It could be a dare. It could be a lost bet. But I don't often hear, as we talk about dismantling patriarchy, reevaluating masculinity, I don't often hear men talk about their sexual ineptitudes.
Yeah. Especially not black men.
Especially not black men.
Yeah.
If there's anything black men, if there's a stereotype black men are willing to lean into, other than jumping high and running fast, it's being hung low.
Yeah.
And so when Chad Johnson says, I got the surgery to take me from 3 to 11 in 15 minutes, and then expresses that with Stephen A., the same Stephen A. Smith that said he would have divorced Serena Williams if she crip walked in front of her ex. That to me is bold and dangerous. As we listened to FD Signifier yesterday, he had a video. He said, why is it that the nerdy, dark-skinned, locked avatar is coming into popularity? It's because it's somewhere between the understanding of resistance and a safe enough aesthetic to comprehend.
Yeah.
So when Chad Johnson says, actually didn't have enough dick, I actually wasn't satisfying my partner, I find that to be incredibly brave, incredibly vulnerable, and a pathway to how you can tell your truth about your, sexual shortcomings. And in a time where I feel like, and fellas, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, we are so inundated with sex. Our For You pages are just butts. I can't even get on Twitter or Threads now without seeing bikinis and ass all over the place. And then there's this, I put it in my stories, there's this Hims ad that's come too quick. That's the name of the ad. That's the first thing you see. Coming too quick? Ejaculating too fast? It's damn. Can niggas be bad? Can niggas be little? Can niggas be short? So that's my nomination. I'm nominating Chad Ocho Cinco Johnson for his DDL.
His what now?
Huh? Do you accept my nomination?
That's stupid. Yeah, sure.
Sure.
I hear your perspective. Yeah,
you hear my perspective? Okay.
I accept.
All right. So what are your thoughts? Give me your thoughts on both nominees, and then you gotta give me your vote on who is the Paul Robeson Negro of the Week. Is it the proud town of Lincoln Heights, Ohio, who fought off neo-Nazis, or is it Chad Johnson and his new dick? What are your thoughts?
Personally, I'm leaning more toward. Oh, you want me to give my thoughts first?
Yeah, give your thoughts on both, and then tell me who you're leaning towards. While the Lady House is doing this, we need the votes from the people.
The town of Lincoln Heights, yes, that was a bold and dangerous thing for them to do. I feel like historically it's been kind of like black people have been fearful of the KKK.
Uh-huh.
But, what's up?
Keep going.
But, yeah, I don't think we necessarily need to be, especially when we are together in numbers. When we, mobilize and we really come together as a community. Because honestly, everything they're doing is out of fear of us. So, yeah.
Right.
We
talked about this when we first watched the video. Actually, we watched a video of, I was curious on how David Duke came to power. Former Grand Wizard of the KKK, how he was able to run for office, how he was able to be a politician. Very interesting video. I might put that up on the story later. But as we were watching the video, me and a lady at the house, I looked over the lady at the house and I was like, oh, I see why the Klan had to murder people. I see why they had to murder people.
Yeah.
Because these niggas look silly. And honestly, some of the things that they do, I just laugh at you. Did you know David Duke created the NAAWP?
Yeah.
And he wasn't joking? When I saw he created the National Association for the Advancement of White People, I laughed, but he was dead serious.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I see why you had to murder people. Because if y'all ran around and did White History Month, I'd be laughing at you.
Right.
You're funny. You look stupid. Y'all hopped out of this U-Haul truck. Like the stereotypes of the people that you don't like, you hopped out of this U-Haul truck 45 strong in black mask with black Nazi signs and then ran away like little bitches when people showed up. That's hilarious. I see why you would have to murder somebody. I get it. I don't approve. I don't think it's a good idea, but I get it.
Yeah.
And now that we got guns, and now that we got numbers, and not to say that our ancestors didn't, because I'm pretty sure that's why the KKK started murdering people.
Right.
Black folks saw them was like, they got a sheet on the horse.
Right.
They got a sheet on the horse. You got to kill that nigga. You got to. Oh, man. All right, tell me about Chad Johnson.
Yeah, I think that clip is hilarious, but it is a very vulnerable thing to admit, whether it's true or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think that.
I'm looking at you with the most serious face too.
I do think that it's necessary that men start. I don't. I guess, admitting their, I don't want to say shortcomings, but maybe something that they might be insecure about, or
shortcomings is crazy. Shortcomings is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those your thoughts?
Yeah. I thought it was admirable what he did.
Okay. Before you give your vote, and as the Wake and Bake with BeMo Nights are voting, we already have one vote from Rochelle. Rochelle! We already have one vote from Rochelle. Let me just ask you a question. Not even a topic, just hypothetical question.
Okay.
Let's say one of your exes became one of the biggest rap ops of all time, right? And the rapper that he was beefing with called you and said, hey, do you want a chicken head during the beef song? Because that was your ex.
Yeah.
Right now, mind you, that's not the only reason Serena Williams was out there.
Right.
But let's just say that happened. Do you expect me to have any feelings about it?
No.
Okay, cool. Because I wouldn't.
Okay.
I would not give not one fuck. Matter of fact, I'd take you.
Yeah, like,
I'd go with you. Let's go.
Also, no, I thought you. Aside from the fact that she was Drake's ex, it was also Drake talking shit about her husband. So it's not like she's hung up on her ex like Stephen A. was saying.
Right.
You know. Whatever.
But you know, Stephen A. be wrong.
Right.
All right. I need your final vote for the Paul Robeson Negro of the Week. Is it the folks of Lincoln Heights and their proud history of resilience, or is it the transparency and vulnerability of Chad Ocho Cinco Johnson?
I'm gonna have to go with Lincoln Heights.
Let's go with Lincoln Heights?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. No, that's fair.
Let's
Have Rochelle also said Lincoln Heights. The lady of the house is saying Lincoln Heights, and you know that's worth 3 votes.
We got Incredible banner, says Lincoln Heights.
Okay, Incredible. Okay, that's 5 for Lincoln Heights. Okay.
Kendall says definitely Chad.
Okay, Kendall says Chad. Okay.
Shamiko says my vote is for the residents of Lincoln Heights.
Okay, that's 6-1. That's fine.
Kendall says no, he didn't create the NAAWP.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He did. He did. And he had to murder somebody to protect that name. Because, boy, I'd be laughing at you. I mean, every chance I got. Oh, man, that'd be a joke. If I was on Saturday Night Live, that'd be my joke every week.
Right. And we got another vote for Lincoln Heights from Natalie.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So it's only me and Kendall over here. That's fine. It's only me and Kendall over here. That's fine. Chad Cinco Johnson, you'll still be invited to the annual celebration as a nominee for the Paul Robeson Negro of the Week. But the Paul Robeson Negro of the Week award winner goes to our folks over at Lincoln Heights. We are very impressed. I don't even want to say proud. I am very impressed with the action. This feels very Montgomery-ish. Like when the call has been made, we can bitch and moan, we can complain, we can talk about precedents, we can ask the question of why is it always us? Why is it gotta be black folks? Is our responsibility? Or we could pull up with the strap and tell them folks to move.
Yeah.
We could do both. And y'all are the representation of the other side. I appreciate direct action. I appreciate y'all for being loud. I appreciate y'all for now holding the police accountable. Now the town of Lincoln Heights is like, wait a minute. Now that we're reviewing the footage, why y'all standing in between us and the Nazis? Why y'all ain't arrest them for having 47 people in the back of a U-Haul? Why y'all ain't pull their information? Why you just let them drive off? And as the dude at the end of the commentary video says, it's the same reason why you don't see Spider-Man and Peter Parker in the same place. Because they had to get out of there too. Protecting their damn selves. We appreciate you folks at Lincoln Heights. I'm going to look more into it and see if I can find some individuals that were leading this effort, more if it's just like a purely community effort. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being the Paul Robeson Negro of the Week. If we have the space, we'll invite the whole town to the annual gathering, the Paul Robeson Negro of the Year Awards. Yeah. All right, cool.
Isn't that supposed to be one of the functions of the FBI, is to track and like dismantle hate groups and, you know, extremist groups?
Now this is the same FBI now that is closing all of the civil rights cases, and they are allowing for civil right violation cases from white folks against people who are discriminated against them. Starting with education. They are saying that if you feel like you're a white and you've been discriminated against at an education institution, you can sue now. Like the Department of Justice got your back.
That's, man. I'm trying to think, how could a white person be discriminated against in like a serious manner?
Hold that question, because it's time for the burning question for the Roach. Burning question for the Roach. Yeah. Burning question for the All right, here's what the burning question for the Roach. It could be the question you just asked me.
What I just asked you.
Oh, Lord.
Can white people be discriminated against in a serious manner?
Can white people be discriminated against?
Or are they?
In a serious manner.
Yeah, not like, oh, get out of here, white boy. Like, not that.
Can white people, I wanted you to ask this question for the burning question because that's actually a great question. Can white people be discriminated against? So can I talk about people in two terms?
Okay.
Can I talk about the royal people and the individual person? I saw, it was actually this morning when I was doing some writing for the show, I saw a presenter ask the question, if I asked you to name how white racism affects black people, you could say, just start listing them out. How does white racism affect all black people? Mm-hmm. Education, jobs, environmental racism, economic racism, redlining, fucking broadband is different in black neighborhoods. There are so many ways that we could say systemically white racism is affecting black people. If I asked you, how does black racism affect white people, what would you say? What institutions, what consistent thing amongst all white people, what consistent feeling amongst all white people could you say could be attributed to black racism? It's fear. That's really the only thing. Yeah. Fear and discomfort. You could be afraid for your life or you could be uncomfortable in a situation. Mm-hmm. But like, there is no form of black racism that could keep all white people away from an opportunity, from economic advancement, from the effects of redlining, from the effects of environmental racism. There's nothing that black folks could do to affect the majority of white people.
That's true.
And you could say it's like, oh, because black people are one way and white people are another way. It's actually just a numbers thing. 13% of the population in America cannot affect the other 58, 60, 70% of the population in America. Now, mind you, white folks are only 7% of the world. Right. And so in the inverse, they have controlled the narrative from the minority perspective. But when they set the rules, they can do that.
Yeah.
But when you ask if a white person can be discriminated against from black folks, can I describe that situation? Sure. Michael Jordan owns or used to own, I don't even know what the status is, owns the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah.
If Michael Jordan said today, we're not hiring no more white people, that'd be discrimination.
True.
If Byron Allen and his millions of dollars and scores of television shows said, we're not putting on any more white people, not because like, oh, we want to center blackness, because no, I don't like white people, therefore we're not going to put white people on, that'd be discrimination.
Now, what if it's from the perspective of we want to center blackness? Is
That's not the same thing.
Okay.
That's not Byron Allen saying, fuck white folks, y'all don't deserve a voice. That's saying there's been a lack of black representation and we want to focus on that.
Okay.
That don't even mean that there won't be no white people on the station.
Right.
That just means we focusing on black folks. We still got TRL on the station. We still gonna play Guns N' Roses on the station.
Right.
Right? But on prime time, we got Jodeci. I'm sorry, brother. We got Jodeci for prime time, and at 3:00 in the morning, you can listen to the Beatles. All right, because everybody like the Beatles. I mean, you get your Beatles on. White people make shit too. But even the thought that, like, even the thought process of, damn, they focus on black folks, that means it's not me. Nah, that's not what we're saying. We just saying we focusing on black folks. But I'm saying that Byron Allen said, "Fuck white people." If he literally said, "Nah, I don't fuck with y'all. Y'all stank. Yeah, I can't understand what you're saying. Yeah. Your hair is weird. Your skin is strange. How you've adapted in America is inappropriate." If he started saying shit like that, riots. Riots. So I feel like there can be discrimination on people because there has been an elevation of black power, but not to the point that we could alter the life of the majority of white people in the world. Even Byron Allen's announcement of like, we not gonna fuck with white people might affect 24 white folks.
Damn. True.
One of our billionaires could say, I'm not fucking with white people no more. And that might affect, like, that might put 20, when I say affect, that might put 24 white people out of a job.
Yeah.
Maybe. Tyler Perry could say the same thing. He might put 3 white people out of a job. Maybe. So that's 27 white folks between 2 billionaires. Yeah. Now, mind you, there is a billionaire currently our president, and his friend is also a billionaire. They just put 65,000 black folks out of a job by trying to reduce the size of the government. Right. Interesting. It's not the same. And I don't know why white folks act like they don't understand nuance. Yeah. You can trade stocks. You can know the difference between your culturally appropriated meals at Trader Joe's. But you can't understand this. You can't understand that white discrimination doesn't happen on a macro level.
I don't know why you can understand your culturally appropriated meals at Trader Joe's. It's so funny.
Come on, man. Come on, man. You know the difference between butter chicken and pad thai, but you can't understand the difference between macro and micro discrimination. And you know what? As I'm saying this out loud, I don't even think white people can't be discriminated against. Now I'm thinking about it. Because white people don't exist. So you know what? I changed my answer. White people don't exist. So no, you can't discriminate against something that don't exist. You know what I don't like? You know what white people are when they're being discriminated against? You're an asshole. Yeah. I'm discriminated against an asshole because you're an asshole. You're a Finnish, German, Scottish, Irish asshole. That's what you are. And you are flexing this invisible, made-up power against me. And then acting as a victim. I changed my answer. Rewind the tape, sweetheart. Burning question for the Roach. Yeah. What's the burning question for the Roach, sweetheart?
Can white people be discriminated?
Hell no, white people can't be discriminated against. And any nigga who tries to humanize the discrimination of white people is a damn fool. We got any comments? That was a quick burning question. What's up?
Kendall said FBI would have to dismantle themselves if that was their real mission
That's true.
statement. Right.
Same thing.
Shamiko said stop and frisk, water contamination like in Flint. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then
niggas can't drink fresh water in a whole city because of institutional environmental racism. But Byron Allen could say white folks would be dead and they just lose a couple producers. Come on.
Right. It's been over 10 years. Shamika also said, but that's also white racism. That makes them fear us. We ain't out here antagonizing them. That's true, yeah.
It's true.
They just scared for no reason.
It's true. It's scared for no reason. Because them black folks didn't even pull out no guns. They got out their cars and approached the neo-Nazis and they said, oh shit, we got to get the fuck up out of here. Oh shit. Whoa. I didn't expect real niggas to show up. Wait a minute.
Kendall said, you got to sing the song in reverse to like Missy Elliott.
I can't do it. I can't do it live. We got some Felix on Instagram. What's up, Felix? Felix says FBI and it's only week 4. Fuck. That is, we're only week 4 and they've already moved that far at the FBI. Wow, yeah, they just put their new people in too. Chris Carter says, what's up, Chris? Good morning, man. White people historically have been discriminated against by their own institutions. Damn. Because Donald Trump don't care about white people.
Yeah.
They just get too blind to the systems they help propagate. Whiteness has grown to include more groups to intentionally keep black folks oppressed. They said white people was discriminated against by K-Dot at the Super Bowl because there wasn't no white dancers. But I thought I thought y'all ain't want no inclusion.
Exactly.
I thought y'all ain't want no diversity. I thought
Exactly.
it was
We gave y'all what
the best
y'all
person
wanted.
for the job.
Right.
And unless it was them white folks that was in that video I showed you, man, I don't see no white dancers that can do that.
No.
All right. We want to thank y'all for watching another week of Wake and Bake with BeMo. Yeah. Make sure y'all go like, comment, subscribe, hit the like button right now. Fuck with your boy. Investigate your own failures. Okay. We want to give a huge shout out to our people at the Washington Informer Bridge, WI Bridge DC, or at WIBridgeDC.com. Get all your journalistic updates. Definitely go check out the new Blueprint newsletter, BeMoBrown.substack.com. I think we have settled. I think we're going to do, y'all be on the lookout for the official announcement. We are going to do a Wake and Bake with BeMo Night talent show to give away BeMo's secret stash. Now, there are some things in the Stash Logics case that we already talked about. We talked about it's smell proof. We talked about it's made from sustainable materials. You can put a lock on it to keep your things safe. There are things that you can use to traverse through these streets.
I believe the inside is aluminum. So it's like, yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, it is aluminum.
Yeah.
Right, so we're gonna get this out. We're also, I might throw a little goodies in there. I might see if we can get a supplanting sponsorship from our botanist to see if we can put a couple of pre-roll stashes in this situation so we can make it a true secret stash for you. Stay tuned for more details on what the Wake and Bake with BeMo Night talent show will be. I'm very excited for your interest. Now look now. I'm talking to very talented people. I don't want y'all to go crazy though. Okay? I don't want y'all to be in the editing room for 4-5 hours. I don't want you to go to the studio. Okay? I want it on your phone. All right? I want just raw vocals. Okay? Don't go mix it. Don't go put some layers on the situation. I know who I'm talking to. I might get a full motherfucking cinematic video. I might get a whole movie. Godfather Part 4 featuring Stash Logics. That's what we might get in return. Damn, Wake and Bake with BeMo Nights. All right. Thank y'all for joining this week. We'll see y'all on Tuesday for more. We're going to leave you with a little Black Boy Joy because that's just what we got to do, okay? That's what we have to do.
Thanks, Shamiko. She says, have a great weekend. You too.
Yeah, you too. I hope I see some of y'all this weekend. I might be meeting up with some Wake and Bake with BeMo Nights for a little coffee.
All right.
That's all I got. That's all I got. A little coffee. Pass me the lights, man.
Kendall says, y'all gonna have to get Stash to fly all out to Colorado in 2025. Man, that would be love.
That would be love.
Mm-hmm.
That would be love. You heard that? They watching the show.
Wait, we out.
Huh?
We out.
Yeah, we out. My bad, swear. Yeah, we out.
Don't let this feeling slip away. Your city, yeah, happy feelings. Frank and Beverly, your main, don't be amazed. Find yourself, learn your joys and pains. Live your voice insane. The sounds of your heart, don't you worry about a thing. And don't forget your lyrics. This is a reminder of joy every time you hear it. Just birth right this joy. Smile, you can wear it contagious, won't you share it? Let love loose, don't fear it. It's that black boy joy.
Black boy joy up on your brain. Let this black boy joy give you some game. Black boy joy, get up again. And black boy joy through all the pain. And black boy joy, say it again. One more time, get this black boy joy up on your brain. Let this black boy joy give you some game. Black boy joy, get up again. And black boy joy through all the pain. And black boy joy, say it again. Where I was raised, black boys was being destroyed. I grew up a black boy, they had stole my joy. Nobody put on my neck, so I do it for Floyd. Do it for Tamir Rice and for the underemployed. For the ones that gave back, communicated, deployed. I wanna give you a rope so that you can aboard. I wanna give you a hope so that you can avoid having to be a black man without no black boy joy. So get this black boy joy up on your brain. Let this black boy joy give you some game. Black boy joy, get up again. And black boy joy through all the pain. And black boy joy, say it again. One more time, get this black boy joy up on your brain. Let this black boy joy give you some game. Black boy joy, get up again. again. And black boy joy through all the pain. And black boy joy, say it again. For us, it's easier to go to jail than to go to college. Rather us be entertainers than be getting knowledge. They funded our own genocide. The word is power. Killing niggas in every song. I think it's coward. Easier to act tough when you in doubt because the world incriminates us. Cause we in doubt. Are we afraid of our own kind? And it's really wild. I think they got us backwards, but I figured out it's easier to fit in than it is to stand out. So I'm black boy joy when I'm cruising around. And I'm black boy joy fresh hitting the town. And I'm black boy joy dancing cleaning the house. And I'm black boy joy when I go for a hike. Been black boy joy since I was riding a bike. My son black boy joy and that's crazy to me. I was miserable growing up, I really hated it, G. But the world is much bigger than I was able to see. So get this black boy joy up on your brain. With this black boy joy, give you some game. Black boy joy, get up again. And black boy joy through all the pain. And black boy joy, say it again. One more time, get this black boy joy up on your brain. With this black boy joy, give you some game. Black boy joy, get up again. And black boy joy through all the pain. And black boy joy, say it again. Smile.